Hello, guys. Welcome to KBOXtv. It's your boy Kofi Baisie Jnr. I'm here with my regular guest, Cudjoe, Amedoda, and Daniel Sowah. We'll be here to discuss what's happening in the world of boxing. First, we'll take it from Ghana, we'll enter Africa, and then it will be the rest of the world. A lot of things happening in boxing. Anthony Joshua will be the center of conversation, or will be at the center of affairs on Saturday night when he defends his IBF, WBA, and then WBO heavyweight title against Kubrat Pulev. But before then, we'll talk about what's happening in Ghana as far as boxing is concerned. And of course, SBM and LPMG boxing are all in Nigeria, and they have a show coming up on Saturday night. We'll talk about it and the rest of the things happening across the globe. Let me not waste the time. Let me bring the guys on real quick. Guys, help me welcome Cudjoe. Daniel, welcome to KBOXtv.
Thank you, Kofi.
All right, Cudjoe, welcome to KBOXtv, bro.
Thank you very much, Kofi.
Yeah, great. Now, first of all, guys, if you haven't followed to our YouTube yet, kindly hop onto YouTube and then subscribe. It's KBOXtv, KBOXtv, and on Twitter it's the same KBOXtv, Instagram KBOXtv, of course on Facebook it's KBOXtv. So just hop onto it and then make sure that you subscribe to any of all of these channels, and then so that anytime that we come here to discuss boxing, you'll be first to be notified. And click on the notification bell after subscription. Cudjoe and Daniel. Amazing week. We have the king of boxing or the king of the heavyweight division now, Joshua returning. And of course, how we feel he'll be able to, whether he'll be able to dominate and maintain the title or Kubrat will cause an upset. But before that, we'll definitely talk what's happening in Ghana. And so first I'll take it from you, Sowah. Ghana, the good news is that the show that got postponed, which is the knockout COVID-19 event, which was supposed to be promoted, or which is being promoted by Ace Power Promotions and then Boss Office Promotions, have now rescheduled, and now they'll be back on 24th December, which is Christmas Eve. Now, this postponement and everything that is happening now, do you think Ace Power Promotions and Boss Office will be able to, give us a good show, like they told us that they will, with all the things that have kind of slowed them over the period?
Kofi, it will be in doubt, but I think they still have enough time to give us the show they promised. Because with this COVID thing and the money involved and all that, and the way they called off the show just a week to the show and they called it off, Kofi, it will definitely affect the fighters, and they won't come in like they were supposed to come in before. But now what I think they should look at is that the fans are still ready. The vibe with the fans is still the same. Nothing has changed. And with the new date that the new date that they brought, which is the 24th and the I think 26th rather, right?
That's 24th.
24th.
Yeah,
okay.
24th.
Yeah. The new date is really good, and I think the fans will be ready. And apart from just the boxing fans, you will get other people as well who would just like to come and watch the fight as an entertainment, to just enjoy themselves for the Christmas, to usher them into the Christmas. We are in December, and December is full of activities, right. And we all know because of the COVID, there are no shows and nothing entertainment is really there. So we the fans, the vibe is still there. Nothing has changed. The other people that are not in boxing are not even in boxing will also come. So right now your market is still there. So even with all these things happening, they still have time to make sure they get the boxers in the right state of mind to come and give us a good fight. So I know that there are difficulties now, but they still have time to work on it to give us a good fight.
Right, Amedoda, I mean, I know for you've already lost hope of how boxing is going to return in Ghana, because there are a lot of things that you were expecting, particularly with the return of boxing, that you haven't seen, which has made you, sort of lose hope in how things are supposed to be, or boxing is supposed to return. But these guys are super excited that they'll be back into the ring and to give their fans a piece of themselves, because a lot of them have, missed out and not really had something competitive with all this coronavirus around and everything. Now, a show has been postponed. 24th is back. How do you feel about it? You've muted you've muted, yeah, so I think you have to take it again.
What I'm saying is,
oh, okay, yeah.
I am not having what I'm saying is I lost confidence, okay?
Yeah.
In boxing staging in Ghana, I lost a whole lot of confidence in it anyway.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. They say they postponed.
Yeah.
Without, yeah. So I don't call it postponement. It's like they cancel it. But now that they are coming with a new date and things like that,
now
fine.
You believe it.
But yeah, well, fingers crossed. That's what I would say. Fingers crossed. Kofi, the boxers are ready. The boxers are ready. Okay. The fans are ready. Okay. Bigger part of the stakeholders are ready. But something is going on that is not allowing boxing to get staged. So if those things are in place now and they're saying that they're coming to stage boxing, all that I'll say is we are ready.
Okay. Let me just walk you through some of the events or the people that'll be fighting on 26. It's basically the same guys that got the so let me just walk you through it real quick. I'm trying to get the card and then I'll just put it out. But it's basically almost the same guys that were built to fight. Still, Alfred Lamte will be back. You know. So okay, so this is it. Fiança will face Ismail Ayi. Aduku will meet Kubli, and then Ahmed Abdullahi will square off with John Duku, with Holy Dugbeto also clashing against Billy. So basically, it's the same fighters or the same card. So nothing really changed. The same fighters, but the only thing that has changed is of the date. But my question is, or what I ask myself is, do you think the ministry will absorb this COVID-19 test by 24th, Daniel?
Kofi, you can't put your trust on the ministry because once they've disappointed you, they are bound to do that again. And this is not the first time they keep disappointing the GB and boxing in Ghana. So Kofi, you can't really put your trust in them. But I feel what most office and Ace Power Promotions have to do is they have to work together and have options so that in case you are surprised, your plan B can set in to avoid disappointment and avoid postponement or anything. So they must have a plan B. In as much the ministry is going to provide it, they must still have a plan B, and that's the only way forward.
Okay, Cudjoe, I mean, so the ministry said they'll do something. They've not been able to do it. They said it's because of elections. Now we have a new president, so elections are over. Sorry, we've now gone through the elections and then we have a president who is already on it. So basically nothing really has changed. So the same person is going to be on it, or at least throughout this December. Do you think anything will change?
You see, Ghana is full of surprises. That's one thing. Ghana is full of surprises. Anything can happen at any time. Because they don't care what is going on. Nobody cares. That's another thing. You understand? Nobody cares. If somebody cares, they have to program boxing and how boxing will go. They shouldn't go and then be saying that ministry is supposed to do this, and then at the last minute, they are not able to do it. That kind of things. If they are planning very well, arranging things in place, okay, they cannot come and then be saying those excuses. Ghana is full of surprises. Let me tell you, Kofi, The new date that they say, the new date that they set now, it can come out to be fake. I'm telling you.
Wow, interesting.
Oh yeah, it can come out to be fake.
Interesting. Well,
I'm telling you, it can come out to be fake.
The thing about this one is, they tried the event. It didn't work because of some reasons or some promises made them that that failed. But like Daniel is saying, it will be great for them to have a plan B. I have not personally had conversations with Alex and Bachi or Kofi. I haven't called them, but they put it on a platform that the show has been changed, and they'll be back on 24th to do the show. So I'll definitely speak to them before we have the show next week to update you guys more on it. But at least with a return, you know that definitely, like Daniel is suggesting, if they're still waiting for the ministry to make it happen, then the best would be to have a plan B in case it falls off. In case the ministry's promise falls, then it means your plan B will be for you to do the testing on your own and then make the show happen. But regardless, I'll have a talk to them or I'll have a chat with them and then get to know how the arrangement is going to be made, because the GB has stated categorically that you can't have a show if you haven't tested the boxes for COVID-19. And so definitely, I feel like it will be part of the things that the promoters will first of all consider before the show will run. So we'll get more updates on this and then update people on it. And KB Promotions will also be promoting on the 26th. They have the 26th date, but 24th is Ace-Power Promotions. And there's Patrick Alote. Patrick, I'm sure a lot of us, the name sounds a lot of bells to or rings a lot of bells for our listeners, even across the world. Patrick Alote was the Ghanaian fighter that faced Jeremy Mungai for the world title that lost before all the things that happened in Ghana happened. I mean, Patrick Alote's outfit will be back to promote on 26th. Daniel, let me come to you. What are you expecting of Patrick Alote after such a very long absence from the ring?
I know it will give a good fight and it will also fight for redemption because you know what, after he lost that fight and what happened in the stadium this year, in a way, he took his name into the mud and it was banned for some time. So it's going to give a good fight. I know it will come in to give a good fight and probably give a knockout that can change the negativity that was attached to his name early this year to something positive for people to see. Okay, yes, we have this good fighter, and people are bound to make mistakes, but after all the adversities, how you bounce back is really what matters. And I know that is what he will try to do because he's a world-class fighter, and I know he will give a good fight.
Great. Now, Amedoda, I come to you with the Manuel Plan situation. Currently, as I speak to you, Manuel Plan is on his way to Nigeria because he'll be fighting on the SBM and then the LPMG show in Nigeria. In fact, Emmanuel Mate was supposed to be part of the crew and Basi Samir, but the two of them pulled out. I don't know the reason why they pulled out. I know that so somehow they were trying to get into Nigeria earlier. The manager of Emmanuel Mate spoke or had a conversation with him, and he said that they were expecting the visa to come on time, which it never came. So the times that they were expecting to leave Ghana changed, and so when the promoter told them to come, they were like, no, they won't be able to make it. So it's only Manuel Planche. As I speak to you, Manuel Planche and his coach, Coach Latekwe Latte, are on their way to Nigeria, and they'll be fighting on Saturday night at Lekki in Lagos. Manuel Planche is back. What do you expect from Manuel and after such a very long time? Because before COVID-19, I think he fought in February or January. That would have been the last time we saw him, and then he's back into the ring. Don't forget that he's also ranked number 2 on the WBA rankings. And so, with his return, what are you expecting to see on Saturday night and after Saturday night?
Well, Kofi, thank God there's a chance for a fight in Nigeria, and then Manuel is on the bill. Very unfortunately, Habib Mohammed is supposed to be on that bill, but it happened that different things happened, and then Habib happy to got a fight earlier in the US and things like that, and now Manuel is on that bill. Manuel is there to prove himself once again. Manuel is there to tell the people that, hey, he's not in the category that they are putting him now. And we are all expecting that, like, Manu will come out with a very, I don't know who is fighting now, but I believe Manu is there to prove himself and then make sure the rating will be in his favor. Okay. That is it. It's just like this is just like a fighter to keep Manu working. That's another thing. That's how I will take it. Yeah. Yeah, because we know Manu have a fight in January, which is a huge fight. Yeah, because of the rank. So this one just to keep him going. So we are expecting that hey, Manu will go out and then shine his colors and then let things go on. So
okay. Now we just had a comment from Richie Comey. Richie Comey is watching live on Twitter. He says the situation should have been resolved long before a show is announced. I'm sure he's talking about the return of boxing in Ghana. Daniel, what's your reaction to what Champ has tweeted?
I think that's what he's saying is a way forward, because before you start a show, you should be able to make sure everything that you need to get a show running has been done. I think that is what you do before you move on. It's like building a house. You need a foundation. Without a foundation, you can't do anything. Well, I feel what he's saying is right. But then again, you bear witness with us, the kind of system we have here. The system doesn't work. So sometimes you end up in situations like this, and you have to keep going. Whilst you go, you make sure those things that needs to be fixed, you fix it whilst you go. You don't get things fixed before you move, and that's the situation we have in Africa. So it's sad. And I'm happy someone like Richard Comey is watching the show. You see, when we have people like this watching the show, and they have been through the Ghanaian system, and they know the system is not working. They are speaking like this. It's good, and you should tell them that promoters and the people in boxing need support. So if he's putting this comment out that the situation must be solved before the show should be announced, you should tell him right now we don't have the people that are supposed to do these things for us. So people like them that they've been able to pass through the rank and they are in the US and they are making little dollars. Sometimes when there are shows like this, they can just pick up certain light portions just to support, so that promoters too can have that confidence to continue putting up shows. Because we can all bear witness that we need things to happen like this. We need things to happen because he has been a world champion before, and for us to get a next world champion, we need shows like what Kabik and Ace Promotion and Box Office Knockout of the 19. We need shows like this to be able to produce the next world champion. And if he has been through the process like I said, and he's there, he definitely knows we need more world champions to come out. So when they are there and they've made little dollars, Kofi, I feel they can also in their own way support so that we can have the situation fixed before we announce fight. It's unfortunate, but we must all work together to make it happen.
Okay, Amedoda, I'm sure you've also seen what Richard Comey has posted, that the situation should be fixed before a show is announced. As for you, I know you've already lost a lot of interest with the way the things have already delayed. But what's also your reaction on what is posted as well?
Yeah, what Richard Comey is saying is something that's supposed to be in place. Yeah, it's something that's supposed to be in place. But the only thing is, boxing in Ghana, nobody is serious about it. That is why things are not in place. Oh yeah, nobody is serious about boxing in Ghana. That is why things are not in place. If you think about the arrangements and how things go, things do fall apart because of boxing. Okay, how things do fall apart in boxing and things like that. You will ask yourself a whole lot of questions and then you will not get answer. Okay, to stage boxing in Ghana now, just because of COVID. Okay, nobody know what is going on. they are fixing it and it's not fixing, and things like that. And some of us are not believing that the new data they are saying it will work. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So what Richard Coleman is saying, that's the what Richard Coleman is saying, that is exactly what it should be. They have to fix things, put things in place. They should be serious of what they are saying, what they are doing. Without that, boxing cannot go on.
Right.
Yeah, without that, boxing cannot go on. So thank God that Richard Coleman is on the line or it's on the show and then saying something. They have the power to talk to people, for people to put this in place. So that's what we are looking for.
All right. So Amedoda is simply saying that Richard Coleman should, try and reach the GBA and then say something. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're trying to say?
That is it. They have the power.
Okay.
A former world champion. Okay. A former world champion. And if he's saying something about boxing in Ghana, people will listen to it.
Okay.
Everybody will be concerned. Okay. Not that because of COVID, they say, oh, these people will pay for what? Test. And then finally, the ministry say, oh, they cannot pay for the test and things like that. And then no boxing show. What is going on? I don't know. So, as he's out now talking, they should come out and talk. Agbeko came out some time ago and talk. And then we are on it till now. Agbeko came out. You remember?
Yeah, he said, I remember he came out to
he
say
came
something
out
about it.
and said some things about why boxing is not happening in Ghana. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, now Richard Coleman is out talking about it. They should come out and talk about it. And we will support them. Yeah.
Okay, great. So for what Daniel said, Richard Coleman and his team has the Streetwise Foundation. One thing that they've done in Ghana is support as much as they can, because not just even professional side, they've helped even with the amateur side, done a lot of donations and everything. So like Amedoda is also saying, we would encourage our former champions to at least put in more words to try and make sure that the GBA is so his manager also just posted something. There's definitely a divide in Ghana boxing, and there needs to be a collective effort to help. So this is coming from Michael Amubediako Mikimo. He says there's definitely a divide in Ghana boxing, and there needs to be a collective effort to help. I'm very excited that a world champion maker, Michael Amubediako, is also putting or contributed to the show today. It's not just to the show. These things that we do are what's going to make or bring some kind of change into the game in boxing. And for him, who is a manager, saying that there's a division in Ghana boxing, I feel like I would agree. The reason is because they are the people who sort of call the shots. They manage the fighters, they promote them, they take them to the places around the world, to make sure that they're able to compete and to fight. And so if they're saying that there's a division, then of course there should be a way that everybody can sit down and then come together, or we'll have a sit down and have a conversation with the boys in the game, that's the stakeholders and then the GBA, and come together and amend the things that we see that are being a problem or hindering the growth of Ghana boxing. Like I was saying, Streetwise Foundation has helped Ghana boxing a lot. Even when they were launching we were launching the Feast of Fury. They were there. Richie Comey was there. Then he was in Ghana. His manager was there. They made a very huge donation to the Ghana Boxing Federation. That was like George Lamptey, to help them. That was before they went to the Dakar to compete. At least that's what they could do to support them, right? So, he posted again. He says, we as Streetwise have tried to help, but have run into a lot of resistance. Wow, that's... Man, Charlie, Daniel, I want you to say something about it. He said they have tried to help, but they got into resistance in Ghana. What do you say to this?
Kofi, what if a big guy like Amobediako is saying this kind of thing, then Kofi, it tells you the promoters upcoming promoters that want to come into the game to help Ghana boxing, not just to make money, but to help Ghana boxing. This in a way will class, because these are big guys, and if they are running into his fans, who are we? You see, these are the kind of things I keep talking about. The problem with Ghana boxing now is not it's not something one man can fix.
Right.
You see, he's talking about obligation, and it's not good. We all need to work hand in hand for Ghana boxing to move. And just come with a GBA. It comes with the media. It comes with the boxers. It comes to what package you want to give to the fans. Because at the end of the day, the fans are the customers. And if you have the GBA is going to serve as the people that are going to make the product. Now, the promoters are going to be the systems that the product must pass through. To be able to, let's say, a machinery that will be able to produce maybe 1,000 pieces of pure water. Those are the promoters. So Kofi is a collaborative work for we to be maybe enjoying iPhone and stuff in Africa here. It tells you the kind of work they've put in. Now, Steve Jobs has to bring in the idea. This is the software I want us to use. Now, you take it to China. They will assemble it. After assembling it, then they will produce more because they know the market they have. The market they have. Then they will produce the number accordingly for iPhone to go around the world to dominate among the Samsungs and all that. And the Samsungs are the football and the other sports we have in the country here. So if he's saying there's a division here, there's no way we can overcome football. There's no way we can overcome any other sport in Ghana. There's no way, because the GBA, the promoters, and the fighters we have here, everybody must work in hand before we move to the front, which are the customers. And Kofi, if the GBA, we have the GBA and they are not thinking this way, then there's no way, there's nothing we can do, because they have to initiate it. Before you initiate it, that is when you can get the machinery. The machinery is the promoters. That is when you can get them to be able to pick it up. Okay, this is the software we have. Then the promoters out of the machinery, they produce more to the fans. They produce what the fans need. So Kofi, if there's division here, then we have a long way to go. And if there is division, it means those people at the head, we must make sure there's a kind of overhauling or something. There needs to be some changes.
Look at what he just said, that they try to help and they face or they run into resistance.
And Kofi, this statement he made to the other thing about this statement is that there are some kind of people at the GBA that they have their kind of own promoters that they want to dominate with the boxing. So when they see you are coming in and you are so great, then they have to push you down. And Kofi, you can't push someone like Amedoda down.
Right.
This is in our current situation now, is like our savior, it's our Messiah.
True.
Because this is the kind of person that he has all the links in US. So if he's coming here, you are giving him resistance, it means you have no vision. It means those people that are giving that kind of resistance, they have no vision. Because this is a person that can take you to the place that you can become a world champion. Right. And we don't have any promoter. Kofi, I can tell you on authority, we don't have any promoter here in Ghana that can make you a world champion. All the promoters we have here, they only take you there just for you to go and build another fighter's record. And that is what it is.
Wow.
It's the truth. So if you have someone who can actually pick people to go and make world champions, and is coming to support promoters or is coming to support bosses here to empower them for him to be able to come and pick them to make the people there, Kofi, they have no vision, and they are the devils sitting on the progress of Ghana boxing. So Kofi, I like what Amedoda has said. If it can go through the media, and the media will start talking about it, Kofi, I tell you, the GBA will break down. Like just like the way the Ghana football broke down, and there has been new people in board that are trying to work for football. Kofi, when the new when Kurt was chosen as the GFA president, you saw what happened at the stadium. People went to the stadium to watch football, and it has changed. Like the excitement for Ghana football is on the rise. People go to the stadium to watch. There has been new partnership with big media houses. Even GTV, at a point, GTV was contesting for media rights. And this is what we need. You understand? These are the kind of things we need. So if the media will really support us, Kofi, if the media will support us, I tell you, the GBA will break down and we will get the right people to be in the GBA. And the people that wants to really work, they will maintain their position there, and we will get things to be done. Because you can't give resistance to someone like Amedoda. It's off. It's off.
Interesting. I like the fact that he's contributed to our show today. He says that certain quarters in Ghana boxing want us to fail in bringing Ghana boxing forward. Obviously for a promoter or a manager of his caliber who has taken he's made a world champion. You can't take it away from him. He's a world champion maker. And now he's being handled by some of Ghana's finest, including Duke Micah. Even landing Duke Micah an opportunity like that on the PBC wouldn't come like on a silver platter, So Cudjoe, let me come to you. He keeps sending the tweets. I'll put them one by one for us to go through. This one says that certain quarters in Ghana boxing want us to fail in bringing back Ghana boxing forward. Amedoda, people are trying to make sure that Ghana boxing doesn't move forward. That is what Amedoda was saying.
That's exactly what it is, Kofi. Okay, that's exactly what it is. And what he is saying, he know what he's saying. He is in the game, and he know what he's saying. Okay. Yeah. And this thing might link to GBA and then ministries of sports. You understand?
I understand.
He is the big man in the game, and he is saying the things that he's saying now. So think about it.
Right. Now I have to think about it, right?
Yeah, think about it. GBA is not doing anything. The people over the GBA, they're not working. They're just there and then thinking about their own selves. They're not helping, like, for boxing to come on, for boxing to be good, for boxing to help the young guys and things like that. They're not doing that. Without them, no boxing. You understand? That is all they are doing. So look at the person who is talking now and the things that he's saying. What is the ministry doing about this? You see, it will shock you. It is very shocking that they will say that, hey, because of COVID, go and do test the boxers. And how can you? No, listen. If you listen to this thing, what will come into your mind? A promoter trying to stage boxing for fun, okay? And then the boxers will get something little. The promoters will get something little. And then people will get something little. People will have fun. And then they say, hey, go and test the boxers, test everybody. So $100 and so forth, so on. What is that? Are these people that are putting these things in place? Are they not bringing boxing down? Are they the people that want boxing to be staged in Ghana? Are they the people that are trying to let boxing go on in Ghana? Think about it. If you are a promoter or whoever are you are trying to stage boxing, and they are telling you that each and every person should be tested for $100. No, Kofi, what are we talking about?
Interesting.
What are we talking about?
He went on to say, but we'll keep trying as we know what boxing means to Ghana. It can live the spirit of the nation. Yes,
that is exactly what it is.
Yeah, you know what? One thing that's many African countries. I'm sure you guys already. This is not like it's no secret. Many African countries look to Ghana when it comes to boxing because Ghana has produced a lot of world champions than any African country on the continent. Right now, if you're looking for the biggest world champion from Africa, you can't mention any other name than Azumah Nelson. You understand? Of course, there are a lot of world champions that were made in other countries, but you won't take Azumah Nelson off, and certainly you won't take Ikote 2 out of it. You understand? And Ghana has produced 9 or 10 of world champions, and I'm not talking of, for instance, WFK or WUK or UBA or IGF or something. This I'm talking about recognizable world champions. WBA, WBC, IBF, and then how do you call it? WBO world champions, the recognizable ones, the ones that if you come to your country and then you say it, I mean, you just as soon as your boxer raises or lifts that particular world title or puts it on the strap on his waist, his name goes straight into history. That's what you're talking about. And so, if you have conversations with other African countries and the way they feel, and then the hope that they have for African boxing, then it happens that things are not even going on the way it's supposed to happen. It makes you sad. Sincerely, so and I like the fact that with all this resistance and things that they are trying to pull him down and everything, he says that they'll keep trying because they know that they know exactly what boxing means to Ghana. Come on, some of us will not even want to do boxing at all and just stick to football, but we know how important boxing is to people in Ghana, especially in Greater Accra.
Yeah, Kofi, when it comes to boxing, when it comes to fight, it translates to a lot of things. Fight translates to football. You understand? The word fight is something is very big. It's like a spirit. In everything you do in life, you fight. And if you come and watch boxing, you will learn a lot of things from boxing. You see, when people go down, they come up, people go through flaws, people fight for pride and all that. Kofi, you can't take boxing out. I keep saying it. In Ghana, boxing is bigger than football. But our only problem is the way boxing is being handled in this country. And Kofi, you see, it's very sad. Like these things we are saying is very, very important. And these are the kind of information that the media needs to pick up to circulate. Kofi, if we've been able to produce 10 world champions and we've never been able to win a World Cup, then which sport would you put ahead of the other? Boxing.
Definitely the one that has produced more world titles or more world glories.
Because one world title is equal to one World Cup trophy.
True.
That is what it is.
True.
Because it's called what? A world title.
Yeah, a world strap.
World
exactly.
Cup is a world title.
Yeah.
And you see, boxing itself, it becomes so difficult because it's just one person fighting against all the countries.
True.
For you to become a world champion. So for you to become a world champion, it's a very big deal. Look at the number of boxers we have across the country. And you become a world title in one division. It's a big deal. And Kofi, if we will sit here and we have the GBA, I don't know if the GBA, the certain contest that is talking about, that is preventing them from helping Ghana boxing. Kofi, if you have this going on and there's no one talking about it, Kofi, it's sad. Because these are the kind of things that you must go to the president of Ghana for him to see what is being what is happening in the country. Because Kofi, when we win world titles, they go to greet the president. And I feel people like
what he has said has even brought my mind on to something. Sowah, when Richie Comey won the title, I think the veteran, when he defended the title or something, he came to Ghana. There was a press conference. They invited the ministry. They didn't make an appearance. What sort of communication are you sending to the fighter that you why as a ministry you couldn't even delegate one person to come
so easy
to speak on your behalf as a minister to show your support for the boxer who has represented the flag outside? Like, do you know how far it is to travel from Ghana to how do you call it to USA?
Exactly. So Kofi, you see, with this point we are raising now, what we at KBOXtv would like to tell Amedoda, Richard Comey, and the people that are making world champions is that when you win a world title and they call you to the president and you meet the president, don't hesitate to tell him the kind of things that is being happening in Ghana. This is when you go, you pour your heart out. Kofi, me being a promoter, if I should meet the president of Ghana, Kofi, I'll be a chuka. I'll choke them all. Because it's true. Kofi, you see, when you are passionate and you make complaints to the highest person on the land, Kofi, he can speak on your behalf. He can fight. He can fight that big battle for you. And Kofi, I believe if probably Richard Comey has won a world title, and maybe Amedoda takes him to the president, and Richard Comey is saying it, and Amedoda is saying it, Kofi, the president will summon the sports ministry. He will summon them because if this one comes Dogbe's 2 goals to make the same complaint, and it's like the same complaint keeps coming. That is when they call the GBA, because the GBA is the one that is supposed to make those complaints that the ministry didn't do this. They are not doing it. And even if they are doing it, I think maybe this is the time they can move to the presidency. Of course, boxing is big, and for you to be the president of Ghana boxing is a big deal. It's a very big deal for you to be the president of Ghana boxing. You can hold press conferences, call the media, tell them you want to speak this thing out. Kofi, if you don't have a leader that is a fighter, a leader that will talk, a leader that will move the people, a leader that is a demonstrator. If you don't have that kind of leader, and you are starting a nation, or you are starting an institution, you are starting a foundation, Kofi, you never go anywhere. If you have that kind of leader that will sit down and will fold his arms, you will never go anywhere. Your whole thing will be and there will never be progress. This is a time that we have to start speaking out. This is a time that we have to attack in the media houses. Because if I'm a promoter and, like, let's say I go and win a world title and I come, and the media comes, but if I speak my heart out, because the media, they always want news. They need content, and the way you produce your complaint, it will be a content for them. They'll start taking it around. Kofi, even at some point, you must even insult the ministry. You see, when you insult the ministry, it's negative, but negative means to go fast. You understand? After insulting them, you say sorry for the insult, but this is how you feel. Now, the news agencies won't take the last sorry. They will take the insult and they will trend it. But the day when they should go and look for the video and they watch it, they will see the sorry. So you can still defend yourself. And Kofi, these are some of the things that maybe we should start pushing for us, for the people to hear our cry. Because it's sad. How can someone be providing help? You see, the help he's providing is a lot of dollars. Kofi, he can keep this money in his pocket, go for a vacation, get some good girl by himself and enjoy his life.
Hey, he's married. He's married. He's a married man.
Okay, but
hey, don't put him in trouble. No. You can just go with his wife and his family. Say it like that, man.
Exactly. Because you put it like the way you said
it. Interesting. Now, Amedoda, I mean, Daniel has said a lot. Yeah, right. I mean, Daniel, you've said really a lot about, and of course, things like this really makes us emotional, especially for the circle of people that follow boxing in Ghana. The expectation that this circle has or have for the sport is enormous. If you talk to these guys, you will see how passionate they are of the game and where they want to take the game to. So being I mean, come on. I mean, so Amedoda, I come to you. You continue to say that Ghana is the jewel of boxing in Africa. So why are we finding it so difficult to progress?
It's just Kofi, it's just some people, okay? Some people are very greedy and only thinking about their own selves. That is the only thing. Some people are very greedy and they found themselves in a higher positions, and then they are thinking about themselves only. Apart from that, nobody else.
True.
You understand? If GBA is there and somebody like Bediaku came out saying this thing, if I am the boss of GBA today, I will not sleep. Let's assume that the president of GBA don't know all this that this guy is saying now. Michael Bediaku is saying now. Okay, let's assume that he don't know of it, and then all of a sudden, Bediaku came out with something like this, a talk like this on a platform. Okay, this talk will surely get to the boss of GBA. Okay, and if I am the boss of GBA because of what Bediaku put out, and I have a good intention for boxing in Ghana, I will never sleep tonight. But you look, he will sleep and sleep well. I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, he don't care. If he cares, things will not be going like this today. Okay, no, GBA, you cannot be there and then the promoters will come and put up a show and then through adverts and things like that about it, and then finally you ministry will come and say that, oh, we decided to do this for you, but we cannot take care of it any longer, and then that is the end of it, and then everything is put off. Think about it, Kofi. What do we? What's the meaning of that? And what is GBA doing? The president of GBA, what is he doing? He will come and say some nice things, but let me tell you, they are not doing anything. They are there for their own parochial interest. They don't care about boxing. They don't care about boxers. That is it. Oh
okay. Yes. I think if we want to keep it on the Ghana side, we won't go forward. But let me just finish some of the comments that he sent in, which are I think they are very, very important. We have to look at ourselves as a collective and do more, which I also really agree. And he says that when it comes to the recognition in the sporting world, Ghana boxing far surpasses Ghana football, which is true. I think Daniel even said it. Ghana boxing has achieved a lot of world laurels than football. And so he says that boxing needs more support and more investment to raise the flag around the world, which is also very true. We need a lot of investment to take the game to the different level. See, when fighters, if you're looking for fighters, boxers in Africa, give them an equal platform around the world, you'll be shocked. Ghana, I always say that we don't look so big, but we have the best and some of the skilled boxers around the world. That is why if you take some of these boys outside Ghana and you give them 4 or 5 years, they are able to become world champions. Azuma, he left it. He went there. He gave Don King a performance. The next day he went, or the next time he was giving another performance, he showed Americans that he was there. And his name has gone down in history as one of the best or Africa's goods when it comes to boxing.
True.
You understand? And it's not just him. Akwate started from the Olympic Games. He showed them that I'm from Ghana, and he went on going to France, going to US, and showing the world that, hey, that small city, we are what it is when it comes to boxing. And so I really agree on what he's saying, that the sport needs some sort of investment to raise the flag of Ghana around the world. And he completed by saying that it's a great show, and when it comes to Ghana next year, we'll make more noise about it. And yes, I feel like that's what this game needs now. We need to make a lot of noise about it. Daniel mentioned the media. Sometimes even the reason why I even started this KBOXtv thing is because of the media. Because when we were promoting them, we were going to them and telling them that this is what we wanted. They didn't want to tell the stories. And so if media would just please, we are also concerned citizens, boxers, promoters, matchmakers, everything that we also do, we pay tax in the country. You understand? We live there with you guys. And if the guys are, come on, there's nothing that we don't do that the footballers don't do or other people in the sport also don't do. So please, media, when you people are reporting about some failure or something about the Ghana boxing people, football people, please report about us too, and don't wait for us to go loose before you put it in the news or that so and so person went to fight in US and he lost. We don't only report our losses or our losses. We win too. We win. Yeah. We win. Sometimes we win. In Ghana, we win. When we go to Nigeria, we win. When we go and fight in US and UK, we win. Write about those two as well. Maybe if you just dedicated a few of your LPMs to boxing, maybe the boys will not go there and go and lose. Maybe they'll go like, hey, Charlie, people are following the new spy in Ghana, so I'm not going to lose. Maybe they'll put up a performance that you really want them to put up. But if you don't, if you are lackadaisical about how you write or you cover their news, that's what you see, you get. So please, media, we are begging you guys. Yeah, we are begging you that the way you dedicate attention for football, bring it into boxing. Bring you if you bring 100%, you bring 50%. You see, even without support, look at what we are achieving. So imagine if you have 50%.
True.
Ministry, we beg. We've been saying it. We've been saying it. Even when we go to how do you call it? Meet the press. There was a meet the press that the Ministry of Sports was there. I was there. I took the mic. I told the minister. Promoters are complaining about the Bukom Boxing Arena. And you people said you built this thing for the purpose of promoters doing more shows and having more events in Ghana. Have you even had time to speak to these promoters that you guys said you built this thing for to find out how they are even able to do the shows that you people said you built that thing for? You pay a very hefty fee to secure the arena with anticipation that the fans will come and watch. Yes, they will troop to the Bukom Boxing Arena, but you, the people at the Bukom Boxing Arena, you know for sure that they will come with sympathy. A lot of us have passion for the game, but the money to pay, you know, is not there.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to come down, slash it 50%, maybe come as a part of like be part of the sponsors of promoters, and you can give them like maybe a quarter of the fee or 50% of the fee. Because what's the purpose of the facility if it's not being used at all? Because promoters have the Bukom Boxing Arena, but they will still go to the Usher Fort to go and do shows. Why? We have the Bukom Boxing Arena, but we'll go to different venues to go and do shows. The Seconds House Gym and all those places. Why can't you come there? We saw Don's Promotions take his event to the Labadi Beach, La Palm Beach.
Yeah,
Why should that be the case? With a whole big Bukom Boxing Arena, a whole big arena, something that we pride ourselves in. Think about it, really think about it. So a lot of things really needs to be looked at, the ministry front and then the media front. Because if not, Sowah, let's be honest, without you, we watch TV, and without you and Amedoda, I haven't heard of. And then there's this guy in Ghana, radio guy, Dennis Tego. He's the only guy, and him, you guys, and then Donu, and then Boxing Ghana. Those guys, apart from us, these few guys. Would there even be a boxing show? Would we even have a boxing show where we even talk about what is happening in Ghana? Without these few guys that we have here, would there be even a boxing show where we even air and talk about how and where the sport is for other people to come in and not to come in? So we really need to look at it. If not for KBOXtv and not for guys like Daniel Sowah, Cudjoe, Amedoda, and Donu's Corner, I don't see anything that is being discussed about boxing. We wouldn't even have a show to even talk about boxing at all. It will still be the boxing, the football as usual, and things would have just been going the downside. Why should that be the case? Please wake up, media, wake up, wake up, so that boxing will thrive and go the mile that we really want it to be. I feel like if you give Ghanaian or the average Ghanaian boxer all the attention, everything that he demands or he seeks or he wants, he'll be able to become a world champion. That's all I can say to end this part of the Ghana. Because if we say we're going to talk about Ghana, we will not be done. A lot of things are on our next that we have to say. But the best way is that the media really needs to, give the attention to the sport and the game that it really demands. All right. So another comment coming in from Francis. Francis, my boss, that's Kofi. Francis, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you every time that we come here. Please, boxing in Ghana, it's not a joke. Oh. It's not a joke. The fighters are ready. Today I was watching Yusuf Seidu, Akotoku Boxing Gym. That fantastic kid, always working out. Jacob Dixon, Carloco's gym. All the guys. All the guys. Some of them are even, some of the fighters even have to, sort of choose to opt out because the things that they expect to be done for them is not happening. Why should that be the case? Why should that be the case? The fighters are there. So please, media, the ministry, please give the boxers and the boxing the attention that it needs. Provide exactly what they need to take them to the next level. If we make it attractive, and we do our possible best to lift the image of Ghana boxing a little, just a little, it will be much easier for people like Amedoda who are managers to come into the game and then, continue the work that the local promoters are doing here. Boxing needs the support and investment to go to the next level. The investment is not just about the money, but that small airtime that you give a boxer online. The investment that he's talking about is not just about the money, but that small article that you write about the boxer, that the boxer has done this and has done that, and he needs this and that. The investment is not just about the money, but the fact that if the minister says something, he sticks by it and makes it happen. Those are the things that we are. If it can start with these little things, and once all these things change, the game can go forward. Now, guys, I think this is how we will have to end the Ghana side. So we will discuss the other things which is happening around the world. Let's go to Nigeria. Tomorrow, God willing, I'll have the Nigerian boxing secretary on the show. There's an event in Nigeria, SBM and the LPMG. They have a show in Lagos tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll have the secretary here, and then we'll have a discussion. I was trying to see if I can get the promoters themselves to on the show. If it's possible, I'll put them on and we'll have a conversation. But the only person that I can guarantee you that has already had a word with that will be on the show tomorrow is the Nigerian secretary, Nigerian Boxing Board of Control. The secretary will be on the show tomorrow, and we'll also have a conversation on how the event will go. First of all, I'll congratulate Nigeria for how they are taking the sport this time. I feel like this time they are having a lot of events. They've already had about 2 or 3 events already, and now this will be the 3rd one, and they have another one coming up, I think on 27th or 26th with a title on it. And so tomorrow I'll have the secretary on the show. We'll have a conversation, and then we will see how and where they are aiming to take the sport in their land. Okay, so I think Sowah is back. Welcome back, guys. I think the internet is messing up a little bit, but I think we are back. Now, the big show which is happening across the big show happening this weekend is this one. Joshua versus Pulev. For me, Pulev, or the Bulgarian, I feel like he's old, and I don't see how we'll be able to overcome a much younger Anthony Joshua. But I feel like that's my opinion. Maybe my panelists have a different opinion about it. So, Amedoda, let me come to you. Anthony Joshua is back. What do you expect of him tomorrow? On Saturday night, sorry.
Anthony Joshua is back, and then the fight against Pulev is a fight. What is it? Mandatory. That is why that fight is happening. Anyway, I don't see Pulev coming out with anything serious. He cannot. In boxing, anything can happen. Anything will happen in boxing anyway. But I don't see Pulev coming out with something unexpected anyway. So he's there. If he's able to go to round 12, fine. But he will not get to round 12. He'll be blown up.
So, what is your reaction to it?
I think this fight is just a warm-up fight for Anthony Joshua. I don't think Pulev is going to give him any difficult fight at all. Of course, Pulev is a good fighter, and when you look at what Anthony Joshua has been able to do in recent times, Anthony Joshua is a kind of fighter Kofi I rate as the highest of boxing today, because when you look at all his fights, he fights according to his opponent. And we all know his only loss to Andy Lewis. It came because Baby Miller pulled out. And his body condition, where he trained himself for that fight, he trained according to Baby Miller, because Baby Miller is a heavy guy, he's slow. So Anthony Joshua came into this fight. He came into the fight with Andy Lewis, which was Baby Miller was banned because he doped, and Lewis was replaced. He came in condition his body according to Baby Miller. So he only lost the fight because he has not conditioned himself to Luis. But Kofi, we saw what happened in the rematch. In the rematch, he fought so nicely and he destroyed Luis in a most fashionable way. Kofi, when you look at Anthony Joshua, his fight that he even lost to Andy Luis, he knocked the guy out and he was just about to finish the fight. But he wasn't really sure of the kind of fighter Andy Luis. Andy Luis is the kind of person that he has the fastest hands. So if you are coming to finish it off and you leave yourself on guard, he's going to get you. And Kofi, in the second fight, we didn't see it. Now, let's translate all these things to the Pulev fight. Kofi, when you look at the training that Anthony Joshua has been doing in the gym, Kofi, this tells you the fight will not go even up to round 4. Kofi, if it gets to round 4, it's just because Pulev is a great fighter and he's been able, he was able to absorb the some of the punches. But Kofi, I can't see the fight going beyond round 4. If you go, it should be a round 4 knockout. If you see the kind of training Anthony Joshua is doing, he's training accordingly to Pulev. Pulev is a slow fighter, but he will throw some combinations. And Kofi, I tell you, see, after this fight, that is when people will know that when AJ steps in the ring with Tyson Fury, he's going to destroy him. That's when people will know. Because look at the way AJ fought Parker. You saw the way he fought Parker. Before he fought Parker, it was on a knockout streak. But when he got to Parker, he changed. Because Parker, to bear in mind, is a fast puncher. He's really quick in the ring. And Anthony Joshua was quicker than Parker in that fight. It was quicker than him, and he took him to the distance, which shows is versatile when it comes to fighting. He can do anything. He can go in for the knockout when he knows he needs to knock you out to the knockout, and he can also go into the distance when he knows he has to take it to the distance. So Kofi, I don't see the fight going beyond round 4. It's going to be a knockout for Anthony Joshua.
Okay, interesting. And I was about to ask you how you feel the fight against Tyson Fury is going to be like, but of course he says that you already responded to it in advance that you don't see him going or try winning against Tyson Fury, and the world will also see that he's really ready to take on Tyson Fury. And so we will just be waiting and hoping that fight can happen. But of course, before the fight can happen, Joshua needs to be able to win against Kubrat Pulev. We've lost Amedoda, so hopefully he will join us back again, and then we'll find out where he also stands with that particular thing. But now I want to ask you about boxing in Africa. We see Nigeria bringing boxing. Like I'm saying, I think their 3rd or 4th show happening over the weekend. But I will come back to that particular question. But let me get Cudjoe's reactions from Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua. I'm asking this thing because definitely it's the fight that a lot of us want to see, and of course a win against Kubrat Pulev will set off that particular fight. Do you think that Anthony Joshua will be able to take off Tyson Fury if the fight happens? Hello, Cudjoe. I think Cudjoe's network is not. I think Cudjoe's network is not helping us at the moment. But let me come back to the question. Looking at how boxing is returning gradually. Hello, Cudjoe, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here now. I can hear you well.
Okay, all right. So I was asking that, Tyson Fury is definitely the fight that a lot of people around the world want to see. That's Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. If that fight should happen, how do you see it ending? Do you think how is that fight ending? And how do you feel about this particular fight?
Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua will be a very big fight, and then a whole lot of drama will take place. But I'm believing that Anthony Joshua get a chance to knock out Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So you think Tyson Fury will win, and then so I also think that Anthony Joshua.
I'm saying that Anthony Joshua have the chance to knock out Tyson Fury. Yeah.
You are going for
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's fine. But I'll hold on to the African question and then stick on this topic. Now, look, Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua said that, or Matchroom posted that the Tyson Fury will be at ringside for the fight of Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. And then yesterday, Tyson Fury made in a video said that that information is false. It's not going to be anywhere. It's going to stay in his house, and maybe he will watch, maybe he will not watch. Sort of, you understand? And recently too, we realized that AJ also said that he thinks that Tyson Fury should come to Matchroom Boxing because they'll be able to manage him and take care, make him a superstar that he is. I mean, what do you think? Do you think all these things are part to hype the fights ahead of time?
All these are part of the things we do to hype fight. But these things, Anthony Joshua said, they are realistic. What Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury now because AJ came into the heavyweight division. Nobody can take that away. Who knew Tyson Fury? What was his ratings as to becoming a world star, if not AJ stepping into the heavyweight division? These are the kind of questions you ask. What was the heavyweight division like when he and Wilder was on top of the heavyweight? They were fighting undercards, and it's shameful. It's shameful. If you're a good fighter, you should be doing a lot of pay-per-view. How many pay-per-view was he able to do? His pay-per-view was able to do was because of Klitschko. You understand? Is for him to gain recognition, he had to fight Klitschko to gain recognition. When AJ fought Klitschko with as a man. He fought Klitschko as a world star. He fought Klitschko when people knew him as people projected him as a prospect for the heavyweight. These are the kind of things we are talking about. When you fought Klitschko, nobody knew you. Only the UK fans, and even the UK fans, they were not interested in that fight. You made numbers because of Klitschko. Apart from Klitschko, nothing. So these are the kind of things you are talking about. So if truly all these things we are saying are realistic and you go into data and you see all these things being true, that means your management haven't done anything for you. Okay. And you as a fighter, you have question mark. You needed someone like AJ to come to the heavyweight division for you to be seen. And Kofi is true. Nobody can take it out. Where was the heavyweight before AJ came? Even when Klitschko was there, the heavyweight, nobody had interest in the heavyweight. These are the kind of things you are talking about. So if he tells him he should come to Matchroom Boxing for him to become a superstar, yes, he has to come to Matchroom Boxing because he's still not a superstar. You are not a superstar because the guy you fought for you to be even known, which is Wilder. Wilder, we all know Wilder doesn't have that skills as a boxer. And Kofi, you see, when we talk about boxing, we talk about people that they represent the title so well. We talk about good ambassadors for the title. When you won the titles, what happened? You had to strip off the title because of your bad lifestyle. And these are the kind of things you are talking about. Tyson Fury to me is a nobody. He's someone that has not been tested. He's someone that has not fought anybody. He fights so badly in the ring. And Kofi, with his fight with Wilder, there are even controversies about gloves. We all know he's a cheat. We all know he's a cheat. So these are the kind of guys that, when we tell you to come and sit by ringside to watch AJ, you should feel privileged because you are nobody. Your boxing recognition is based on this guy. So if he calls you to come and watch, you have to say, yes, I'm master, I'll be there. And you have to be there on time to watch a raw master. These are the kind of things we are talking about. Okay. These are realities. These are things that, the things I'm saying, I'm not just saying it to favor Anthony Joshua or anything. But even boxing itself, after Mayweather and Pacquiao left, Anthony Joshua is the ambassador for boxing. He's the one that brought the interest of boxing. Because after Pacquiao and Mayweather, boxing died. Nobody can distribute that fight. That fact. Talk about people like Spence. Talk about people like Crawford, Kofi. These people were fighting well, but they were not making the numbers. They were not bringing that interest. We needed people that will bring more people to come and watch boxing, and that is what AJ did. So Kofi, when he calls you to come and watch a fight, you should run and come and watch. You come and watch raw superstar. And when he invites you that come to this side, you become a superstar. You must go there to become a superstar. How much money was Tyson Fury making? Kofi, you see, you talk about skills, you talk about fights, you talk about money, you talk about pay-per-view, and this guy cannot be shown anywhere. So Fakwaran and the Fakwaran that is manipulating Tyson Fury needs to wake up because you have to make money. You go to the WWE and you can't even perform well. It's so funny that you can't even act even at the WWE. What kind of performer are you? Kofi, I only like to talk much. Because if I say I'll talk much, I'll get emotional and I'll say some things that I'm not supposed to stay on the show.
Interesting. Okay. Then let me. I see Amedoda. I mean, enjoy himself whilst you were making your comment. I'm sure he also has something to say. Can we hear what you also have to say, Amedoda?
We're hearing from my brother.
Yeah.
Okay. What he's saying, that's exactly what it is. Boxing is all about the numbers. Okay. If you have a good show, you have the good skills and things like that, you cannot make the numbers. What are you in boxing? You are nobody in boxing. AJ came out and then lift up the game with the numbers. He lift up the game even before AJ. The heavyweight boxing was off.
Yes, Ali.
Okay, and then he came up, and then he bring that fire out. Okay, and they might calculate it. The papers are saying that right after Lennox Lewis, there was no heavyweight boxing till Anthony Joshua. And then the guy came up with the fire and then he was making the numbers. Okay. So let's forget about Tyson Fury. He's there with the skills and things like that. But hey, Anthony Joshua is there and he's making the numbers.
Okay. All right. So I've been told to keep quiet and people are bringing the numbers. So we should all enjoy the numbers, right? All right. Okay. So guys, I think this is what time will permit us. That's the biggest fight over the weekend. Or that's Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua versus left. Last prediction before you go. Let me take it from you, Sowah. Last prediction.
It's going to be a knockout. It won't go beyond round 4. I'll stick by it.
Okay. Amedoda, can I also get a prediction of tomorrow's fight?
Yeah, I believe after middle round there will be a knockout for Joshua.
Okay. All right, great. Is there any other thing that you would like us to discuss before we go? It looks like we are closing early, but those are the things that, of course, the Spence fight. We were supposed to come live. I think we should talk about the Spence fight as well. We were supposed to come live after the fight. But guys, I was in Belgium. I was so tired. I traveled over that weekend, so I was tired. I watched the fight. I had to already stay up to watch the fight, and after watching the fight, man, I was so tired because we had to come back to the Netherlands like the next morning. So I was so tired. So, I mean, you watched the fight yourself, man. How did it go for you? Did Spence put out the performance that go like, yeah, Charlie, this guy is bad? Like, did he put out that kind of performance?
Oh, but he didn't put that kind of performance, and the fight was a little boring. I felt with the kind of performance Spence put, if Danny Garcia was in the right state of mind, and he rather attacked the game very fast than relying on the counter punch, he would have won the fight by even knockout. Because he realized in round 2 he threw some punches that shook Spence small. Spence lost balance before he came back, and after that he was waiting for Spence to land before he counter punch. And Kofi, I didn't understand it. So when his father said he lost the fight because of him, it's true. Because Kofi, you are come to fight someone who came from nothing. And in your mind, what you should feel like is, I'm going to put more interest into his food. So you must just come in and be attacking and control, dictate the pace of the fight. But Kofi, Garcia wasn't doing that. And it's sad. Malcolm, I was surprised because even after round 2, that's when he should have gained confidence and be attacking like a bulldog to win the fight. He didn't do that. But Spence, Kofi, we can pardon Spence for a long time after his accident. It took a long time before he's coming back into the ring. So his performance wouldn't be the A+ performance that we see from him. But then again, he was able to win the fight in a nice way. The body shot he threw to the way he worked on the body and the jabs and the way he took his time to handle the fight. Okay, I think we must give it to him. Although it was a boring fight, we must give it to him. This is just a warm up for him to come for the big guys. So
okay.
it was.
Amedoda, I mean, Spence. We saw Crawford in the crowd.
Kofi, Spence, the truth. Okay, that is the guy, a boxer. He's always one step ahead. What you bring into the ring, he will be one step ahead of you. That is Spence for you. Okay. I know. I already said it that Spence cannot knock out Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia is the guy that faced a whole lot of bangers and then he survived to the 12th round. Either he win or he lose. Yeah, he win most. He won some fights that you cannot believe, and then the guys that he faced, that Danny Garcia never go down once in his career. That means that is the guy that you are talking about. But Danny Garcia cannot beat Errol Spence. So Errol Spence win that fight. I am not here to talk about that fight. I'm here to talk about one guy, Sebastian Fundora. Okay, and then it's so surprising. But I'm feeling very bad that how come if the Ghanaians get the better stage, they mess up things. Okay. Sebastian Fundora have the chances on paper to win against what's the name? Habib. And Habib, somebody who even fought a world title before. And then you will go into a fight with a 22 years boy. Okay. He's a prospect anyway. But for you to lose guard, kind of performance is Habib Mohamed put up that day. No, we cannot buy that. We can't agree to that. If you are a boxer, okay, coming from Ghana, and then you get a stage like that, please make the use of that stage to promote your followers, the other Ghanaians, okay? You cannot go to that stage and then do that. What Habib, what you did, what is that? You are there. Hold your hand, dodging, blocking, and then the referee is there. Referee stop the fight. What's the meaning of that?
Let me pause. Let me put you on a hold for a minute, because I'm sure fans or our followers will be asking that what are you talking about? That is the people around the world who might not have the privilege to watch. This is Habib. Habib is the one in the blue shorts, and then Fondora is the tall guy. I mean, I watched the fight like many of you guys watched the fight. Of course, he lost the fight, but he wasn't a coward. That's what I like about him. You know, he fed the guys well. Like unlike what we were seeing, Lo Pate, who was going back and trying to protect yourself and everything.
Kofi, with Fondora and Habib, Kofi, what I can say is it was a fight. Habib who didn't know how to get his punches right and anything. Because Kofi, the guy is too tall.
He's too tall.
And Fondora his hands in this fight was so fast for Habib to even gather to know how to even plan on how to even attack him. Kofi, the guy's hands were so fast, like from round one, before Habib would try to even think a punch has already landed. Before Khabib would try to move, a punch has already landed. And I was sitting there and I was like, even if I was a coach, I wouldn't know what to tell Khabib to do in this. But it's true. This guy is standing far away, and if Khabib has to punch me, Khabib has to move forward, get closer to him before he can land a punch. And this guy is so far away, and all his punches are landing. And his punches that are landing are not jabs. Big punches.
Big punches.
Everything is landing. So this was a mismatch with the eyes, because you could see the way Khabib fought. Kofi, I was sitting there and I like the way Khabib fought. Like I said,
that he was brave. I said that. Come on, he was brave for the first time, man. Or I mean, we saw how Duke Michael lost. He also put up a show. Like he was ready to fight. It was just that the guy knocked him out. Like Richie Comey, he was ready to fight. It was just that what's his name? He knocked him out. Teofimo knocked him out. The same way we could see with Habib. He was ready to. He was doing everything he could. See, somebody posted on Twitter. Look at how long somebody's. Look at how tall the hand was. You understand?
It wasn't fair.
Man, see, it wasn't. Man, come on, man, brothers, man. He did his best.
With Habib, I can't even say anything bad about Habib. Habib really fought for. You see, when he was being frustrated and all that, he kept coming over.
Yeah.
Was another punch will land.
Yeah, true.
He tried to block. By the time he's blocking like this, a punch is coming from this side.
True.
He tried to calm down. A punch is coming from this side.
True.
The guy was so fast.
The guy's hands are tall, like you are saying, like very tall. Yet if he throws them, very short.
He lands straight. He lands straight.
Man. I think I've lost Sowah there. Hopefully he'll be able to join and we can finish the show. But yeah, for me, I was very happy about the performance that I saw of Habib. Because the guy that he was fighting, like the guy, everything worked for the guy. His reach, his height, everything worked for him. Everything worked for him. So, and I personally feel he will really be a problem in that division that he is. He will really be a problem, even for Charlo.
Exactly.
Charlo is in that division. If he's going to maintain that distance with you when he's fighting, I feel before you come to him, unless maybe you go and kukuru him and put him down.
The way he fights, a boxer will be bad and he will carry him. He will just put him down.
Yeah. I think
that's the only way.
Yeah, I'm really looking. I'm really going to watch how he will be able to survive in the division, because he's in a division where he has some of the very. I was even thinking the way he is, he should try and get in some weight and jump straight to the heavyweight, because he has the height. He has a very tall, and so he will be a pro if he's able to maintain this kind of pace and everything. There's just he will even be a problem for Anthony Joshua, Charlie. Because before you land.
My only problem in that fight was how fast he was. He was so fast to go.
Very fast.
By the time you see now, point another punch. True. You see, Habib tries to move fast now. Then he face another punch. Then he has to come back. Try to come another punch.
True.
Okay. True. For Podora and Habib fight, you can't really blame Habib. This one we must pardon him.
Yeah, we must congratulate him for a very good show, because a lot of people would have just gone for like pine and off because they know that already he's at a disadvantage. But then he didn't go. He didn't do that. He really went there, gave his 100, and just that the guy was a better fighter. Like I'm saying, the hands look tall, but it's so fast that before you realize the hand is already closer to you. So it's still tall, but yet looks very short. And I think he's a very good boxer. He can go far. And if I was managing this kid, I think I would have made him put on some weight and we go start cashing out in the heavyweight, because Charlie, that is where the money is. But kudos to him. A very good show. And we wish Habib well, and hopefully can bounce back from the loss and return to winning ways. He's currently also on his way to Nigeria, because it's manager and then his promoter in Nigeria. They are having the show happening in Nigeria Saturday. Tomorrow I'll have the Nigerian BBOC secretary here, and we'll talk about the show and the rest of the shows that they have happening in Nigeria too as well. I think so. Cudjoe's already gone, and so your last words, man. If there's any last words before we go.
Kofi, my last words is that people like Amo Bediako and people like Richard Comey, people like the Azuma Nelsons and all the big guys, I think Kofi, they shouldn't pick up sides. They shouldn't pick up sides when it comes to Ghana boxing. They must fight for the common promoter. They must fight for the people that wants to make Ghana boxing the best. Because Kofi, people like Mobedi Ako wants to take boxing to the next level. And Kofi, if you are discouraging this man, when again are we going to get someone with that financial shoulders to carry these boxers to where they are supposed to go? We will not be able to do that. So Kofi, I think people like them, people like Azuma Nelson's are equalities. They must support people like this because you see, when you mention Ghana boxing, sometimes you can forget about the president. You can forget about the Ghana boxing president. When Azuma Nelson speaks, it's bigger than the Ghana boxing president. When Azuma Nelson speaks, it's bigger than the people from the GB because these are the people that owns Ghana boxing. These are the people that have been able to put Ghana boxing in a position for people, for the president and people to come in and enjoy what is being happening now. So if this Azuma Nelson, Ayekwate, Joshua Clottey, these people are Bekodem, they are all supporting people like Amedoda when they are channeling in the good things that they are bringing. Kofi, the GBA cannot do anything because these are big. These are people that are big, and when it comes to Ghana boxing, these are the people we recognize. And Kofi, I also say that the secretary, the GBA secretary, Kofi, I really like that man, and I feel that man, if he should break with a good team, Kofi, Ghana boxing will go far because it's a good PR. He knows how to talk and he knows how to channel messages. So Kofi, if what I would like to tell him is he shouldn't look at those people that are being reluctant and those people that are not pushing their weight, because you always put him on the show and he tells us what is really happening. He should forget about those people. If he should partner with people like Amedoda, I don't know if it's part of the quarters that are sabotaging Amedoda, but even if it's part of it, I think he should support people like Amedoda. Get the stories of Amedoda, get it to the people, tell them these are the kind of people that we need to support. Because Kofi, for me to become a promoter one day, to come and enjoy promoting Ghana boxing, I need people like Amedoda to make the foundation good for me so that when I come and I want to promote, it will be easy for me. But if you have someone who has the financial power to do the things and you are preventing him, we don't really have the money that we also want to promote. When we come, then what are we coming to do? You understand? So me as someone that wants to come to the game and be a promoter, Kofi, I'm really worried. And if this is what they are going to do, we will not accept it. Kofi, we will challenge them. Because you see, when we say we will challenge them, we can really challenge them. It's not as if we can't do it. Kofi can do it because you see, it takes a demonstrator to change a lot of things. And a demonstrator is someone who will go all out. Kofi, when we gather ourselves and we start demonstrating, the people that we will get from Bukum, the people that will get from Amprobi, the people that will get from Choco to support us, to change this kind of people, this kind of crooks that are there that they are not doing anything for Ghana boxing. When we start demonstration, Kofi, you see the people that will follow up. And this is when the media will start picking our stories. And all those crooks there, Kofi, I'm telling you, they all come down. They will fall down, and when we pick Ghana boxing and we make Ghana boxing beautiful, everybody will enjoy it, and they will be in shame. They will bow down at their heads in shame. So if they are listening to us, they should rather start thinking of changing their minds and giving the best to Ghana boxing. And those people that are in the game now, they should make sure they support them. Because if they are not doing it, a time will come when we stand up and we start demonstration. If we all demonstrate, because we have a lot of people in boxing. Boxers will demonstrate, fans will demonstrate, concerned citizens will also demonstrate. So they should be careful. Because when people start knocking, give me my food, and you're not giving me, and it comes, it will knock twice. The next time will come, we'll break that door. And right now, that is where they are trying to take us. So they must better change their mind and do the needful. Because that is what we need in Ghana now. That's what we need for Ghana boxing needs. And all the fans, they should be ready. They should also talk. You see, for them to enjoy good fight, they must also talk about the bad things that are happening. They shouldn't just watch the show and they fold their arms. If you want to enjoy good boxing, when there are problems, you also have to talk some. Don't let it look like it's only maybe KBOXtv that are sabotaging the GBA. If you do that, you are not helping, because when you do that and we are only a few that we are complaining, the message wouldn't go and they will overcome us because we are only a few. But when the number is huge, it becomes the voice of God. And when we push, things will happen the way we want it to happen. That's what I have to live for.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting comments coming from you. I hope that the fans and then the GBA and then the stakeholders of the sport will take you from the good point where you're coming from and hopefully change things, and then hopefully the people who are already in the game, they get the support that they need, so that the rest of us who also come into it eventually, things will be much more easier, and for us to be able to take the boys to the championship level or the world level that we really want to take them. Guys, Charlie, thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully I'll have you here over the weekend when Anthony Joshua fights. I'll get your comments. And for me, I'm I don't know, for some funny reason, I feel like Pulev will pull an upset. But it has always not worked for me. It only worked for me once. But if it has worked for me once, maybe it can work for me again. But let's see, man. Let's see what happens. But yes, and then hopefully, Shakur Stevenson will also be back in the US after a very long time. We're also going to monitor and see how he's also going to put out the performance. All right, Charlie, thank you, and hopefully we'll catch you, God willing, Thursday. And guys, thank you. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, hop to our YouTube and then subscribe as soon as possible. It's KBOXtv, KBOXtv. We are the only platform in Africa bringing African boxing, connecting it from Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, everywhere in Africa to the world. Make sure that you subscribe and then turn on the notifications so that anytime that we come on here, we'll be able to, catch the conversation. And anytime that you want to join the conversation, all you do is just send us a direct message in our inbox and then we'll pick it up from there. To people like Michael Amedoda and then Richard Komen who tuned into the show today, say a very big thank you. It's eyeballs like you will also go a long way and get our message from Ghana to the people that we want them to know. So we say a very big thank you to all our viewers and everybody that tuned in to watch us today. Hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow and Saturday night, and we'll do a lot of boxing analysis around the world. Thank you, my brother, man.
Thank you, Kofi. Thank you.